Hello and welcome to DropMix Mania. It is the kickoff match today. We are Harmonix. We are bringing you the hottest tournament in the DropMix circuit. We are the DropMix Broadcasting Association, of course. Should probably introduce ourselves. I'm Troy from Finance. This is my co-host, Riley Davis.
Hello.
And the wonderful Nick Mudry.
What's up?
See if that thing can play. It didn't. That's fine. We are here bringing you the hottest DropMix match. I said that already. Riley, what are we doing here?
Well, first of all, I am both nervous and very excited. This is going to be awesome. We are throwing this month of March, maybe into April, full-blown Clash tournament of DropMix. And we've got 3 matches tonight.
We do. 3 amazing matches.
Yes.
Yeah, from round 1. This is the first week, part 1 of round 1 this week.
Should we show them the bracket real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go ahead and
do it.
Let's just cue that guy up here and boom. So this is what we're looking at today. If you were following us on social, you should have seen we were posting the bracket around. We have submissions open right now, or actually they're closed as of right now.
They are
closed.
Any submission after this point not counted.
Just for this week, correct. So we are voting on kind of the left side of the bracket right here. Kevin Cavanaugh, Ryan McSweeney, Kevin Lockard, Dan Nottingham, Sean Halloran, Dan Sussman, Morgan Millardo, and Rick Cody. Did I say your last name right?
You did.
Thank you. Good. Let's talk about that real quick. So our first match today. Should we launch into our first match? Should we just talk should we go right into our first match?
Yeah, let's talk about who these
why not?
amazing people sitting in the chairs across from us are.
They are. They have been sitting very patiently and not saying much to us, thankfully, and are very silent. But so our first match today, if I can cue this up here, boom. Comics. Yeah, I just saw his name for the first time. Comicsians. Sean Halloran, the winner of our first ever DropMix tournament on launch day of DropMix back in September. He is coming in today to kind of regain his title. We haven't seen him much lately.
No, we haven't.
He's been
trying to figure out how to reconstruct a deck with less than 50 Embrace Chaos cards.
It is. I know that's going to be a problem for him, and that it's tough. It's gonna be tough. And the challenger today, Daniel Savage Sussman, product manager for DropMix. Amazing beard and just all around fantastic guy.
Some call him Ricky Tick, right?
I don't know that. Yes,
Ricky
sure.
Tick.
Some
Tricky Rick?
do call him Tricky Ricky Tick. Let's never reference that ever.
Never again.
Ever again. If at all, ever.
I won't mention
it. Please don't. There's going to be an absolutely heated match today. Sean Halloran, of course, trying to regain his championship title in this DropMix Mania League, and Daniel Sussman, a newcomer. Veritable newcomer to this tournament scene, but he should hopefully, if he understands the rules.
You would think he would, right?
You would think he would.
He is the product manager of DropMix after all, and he came down here, and the first thing after he took a photo of us, he's like, "How do I play DropMix?" And we just stared at him blankly.
Yeah, how do is there cards involved?
Maybe he's trying to psych his opponent out, but didn't realize we weren't playing against him.
Yeah, we're not in the competition.
He's got a very minimal understanding of how this whole operation works. So
that's very
I
true.
think he's going to make it an interesting game.
He's going to do something. All right, should we kick it over to them?
Yeah, we should.
If you want to give us sub 1 here, and let's introduce our competitors with another shot of the interstitial. That's the wrong one.
Very close.
That was so close. There it is, gentlemen.
Oh. Hey, what's up, everybody?
Daniel Sussman on the left, Sean Halloran on the right. Gentlemen, how you feeling today?
It's big beard versus little beard.
It is.
Live the dream.
There's some beard.
Back of the stream.
Some beards going on here. I do enjoy those. Sean, real quick, while we have you, boom, the camera's over there. I moved it. So you're back. You're back finally. How does it feel rejoining the tournament scene?
That's right. It's just not the same playing DropMix off stream. I don't get the same, chat harassment and all of my friends messaging me whenever I do a play saying, "Really? Another Embrace Chaos?"
It must be nice coming back.
It's good to be back.
We'll hopefully we'll see some high level play, and of course, Daniel Sussman. What can we say? What do you have to say to the fans that are rooting for you out there in the DropMix Mania circuit?
I'd like to say hi, Mom, and thanks for tuning in.
Wonderful.
She's my only
So
fan.
sweet.
Oh, now I'm
I want to say she's your only fan.
I don't know that we would say the only fan. Nick actually has some pretty awesome stats. If we cut over here to the, I like using that. Nick, you've got some stats for us here.
So
of course, we've been voting. The community's been voting on who they think is going to win these matches. submitting some brackets, and you got some results here of the,
Yeah,
of the
so
picks.
for the Daniel Sussman, Sean Halloran match, we have Daniel Sussman coming in with 41% of the vote. So more than one fan, which would be his
That's a
brother.
lot. That's a
So-
lot
You
of.
know, what's
It's not bad for a newcomer.
You know, it's like I work in a world of like statistics and analytics, and 41% of a low number is still a low number.
That's very true, gentlemen. If we want to get started here, we're gonna have you guys weigh in your decks. So hit that collection screen.
All right.
Deck builder. There. Yep. There you go. And let's go ahead and do our first deck weigh-in.
Honored.
I just love using this.
You're going to be seeing that a lot.
You're gonna be seeing that a lot.
It's never excessive.
Sean Halloran weighing in. His first deck. His deck of the night.
Now these are following the same rules as our previous DropMix League streams. They are allowed one sideboard after a losing match. We're doing best 2 out of 3 rounds rather.
Yep.
They're allowed to sideboard after the match.
Very effects card heavy, wild card heavy as well. 5.
Round effects
5,
heavy.
7.
30,
Pretty
30,
even spread
80,
between all
yeah.
the different cards.
Yeah, it's good. We're good.
Lieutenant Hummus, you got it? I saw him in the chat.
He is here.
All right. Daniel Sussman weighing in.
His Magic the Gathering
Nice
branded
sleeves.
deck sleeves. Channel 1.
Pretty sure they're still DropMix cards.
They are still DropMix
Yep.
cards. Really, a wild card
I-
could have been anything coming out of here.
I can respect that.
Sussman also choosing. Interesting. A little
Very
bit heavier on the-
similar.
very
I was
similar.
gonna say almost the same
A
spread.
little heavier
Yeah.
on the colored cards rather than the wilds. All right, we're all set.
Nice.
30, 30, 80, 80 decks. These guys are ready to go.
Any predictions on? I mean, we obviously just read off the fan voting, but out of us three, who do you think is gonna take this?
Go to Clash. Go.
Oh well,
Whenever you guys are ready,
they could
play, and then Clash.
Clash
You
mode.
hit Clash mode.
We are playing Clash
Cla-
tonight.
it's Clash mode.
This isn't a good sign. I'll say.
Not a great start. to
Neither of
this
them
whole
know how to get to
competition.
Clash mode.
So really, it's anyone's game. You know,
At this
from
point.
what we're seeing so far.
All right, Sean with the Dapper deck on the right, and Daniel with the Fever on the left.
Very exciting.
Fever versus Dapper.
Fever versus
And let's get ready to DropMix Mania. Is that good? Is that a good one?
Is that our?
Let's.
I was just kind of
We'll figure it out.
I was just trying to test
Yeah.
some stuff out here.
Let us know what you think in the chat.
Yeah, give us a better catchphrase. I'll say all of them. Oh,
Unless they're bad.
We will casually drop them in throughout the entire.
into the mix.
Yeah.
Casually drop them
Ooh.
into.
Drop them into the mix.
Daniel Sussman going first here. Oh,
We've got some call me maybe vocals right there.
perfect. Always a big fan of that CRJ.
Spooky.
Bigums. Always with the spoopy play.
Sussman up 2-0. Sean Halloran. I'm curious if his first place is going to be Embrace Chaos. It's not, but he is hopping in there, grabbing that green-blue color bonus with Pony. Dropping in Lens, Steal My Sunshine. I think he's going very vocals heavy right here.
Now we saw Sean actually play "Steal My Sunshine" quite a bit actually in the first tournament way back when. Big fan of that vocals baffler card. Daniel choosing to fire back with a red and blue play.
Searching Within coming out. Sean. I assume. I don't know what he's going for here.
I don't know. We see people using that a lot to get Quiet Wisdom into the mix, but let's see. In this scenario, it doesn't make sense. So, you know, sometimes you can use it to save something for the future.
Exactly.
You don't necessarily need to play something right away.
Oh,
going for
Dominant coming out. Here we go.
He's getting a
He's
lot
gonna-
of points with that. 4
Yeah,
points
he's gonna
with
pick
one
that
play.
up for Pony and Steal My Sunshine.
Yeah, it's a 5-point play right there.
Only thing that would have made that better is beatboxing.
That is true. That would be the ultimate play there is to I think that's actually the maximum points you can get with that right now. The beatboxer in there as well. Ooh.
Savage spin right there. See what I did there?
I see what you did there from Daniel the Savage
I got a good giggle out
Sussman.
of that.
Opening a lot of color bonuses. You got that green, blue open, 3 different slots.
Yep, he has a wild. Pick
Ooh.
up both the blue and the green.
Good play, bringing it up to 7-7 tie.
Seven, very even match for a competitor that came in unsure of the rules.
You know what? I'm always a fan of an underdog story. So if Dan Sussman can pull this off, that'd be great.
I will definitely be surprised if he can pull this off.
We all will
Not
be.
in a bad way. I do.
No, it'd be great.
It would be amazing if we could see him kind of take that win. See if, no, my camera's close enough.
Yeah, it's really hard to zero in the cameras when they're leaning back and then they're like
and then they really
lean
get
forward
into
to
it.
think about it.
That's
you
okay.
know.
Short skirt, long jacket, long horn play. Back 2 horns going into that red only slot. If you are just joining us, this is the first match of DropMix Mania. First round of the first match. Just as in our normal league play, we are playing best 2 out of 3 rounds.
Sideboarding loud for the loser of the match.
That is
of
the round, rather. Yes, that is true.
Daniel coming out with that beatboxer, that would have been a great play for Sean earlier, as mentioned. The only blue vocals card.
Vocal card. I have no doubt that it's in Sean's deck somewhere.
Yeah, I would not be surprised to see beatboxer come out again later on Sean's side, along with another one of the dominant. It's a good card to double stack, especially with the deck that it seems like he's running.
Yeah, especially that vocal heavy deck.
Spinner
Sean
coming
bound to
out
get
from Sean.
something.
Clearing all the cards from Daniel Sussman's side of the board.
Sorry.
Troy killing our headphones over here, but
My bad.
oh, sorry, Twitch.
Can you drop us down?
Just a smidge.
Yeah, perfect. That's
Yeah.
probably good. Clearing out a ton of space there. Opening the entire bottom half of that board.
Yep. A lot of color bonuses there. And being able to grab that blue one right there. Still anyone's game though, which is the best part about this right now.
Daniel's been doing a pretty good job of closing up those gaps.
Absolutely has. Yeah, he's kept this a close game. 6-11 right now. He's not that far behind.
Sussman grabbing that green color bonus there. I'm curious what his next play will be. Haven't really seemed to really figure out what kind of deck he's running here. Obviously, I don't think it's vocals heavy.
Is this Sussman or Halloran?
Sussman.
Yeah, I don't think the Savage has too much in the way of deck composition.
Is he just using 2 pre-made playlists?
Unclear.
Yeah, very unclear.
No, he's got a couple different things in there. He's definitely got Moonlight and Fever. We've seen a couple cards from Socket.
Sussman going with the spinner on the second action of his turn. Along with upgraded visuals, we've actually installed a fan in the broadcaster's booth down here for the first time. Riley has also brought her Thunderbolt
It's
powered fan for her iPhone.
It's these lights and
Cut
the
over.
jacket.
Cut over to us real quick.
What are we, like 16 minutes in and I'm already
It's
ablaze?
no, it's this fire mix going, right?
I've got a fever.
There it is. Is that fever Daniel
Fever.
Savage Sussman?
And the only remedy is DropMix.
I'm so curious if Sean's deck is also running with some Horns effects cards at the exact same time. He does have 2 out right now, which just gives me a little hunch.
3 now.
That's
Three
3.
now.
3 horns.
Just a
Yeah,
little
better be-
hunch that there might be another play up Sean's sleeve.
Good, Daniel's covering one of them up. Hopefully he sees what's happening.
Oh, there we go. Soaring above, giving 2 points for a yellow card. Chain Smokers closer in there.
Very solid play, bringing him almost to tie. Not quite that. Not quite there yet though.
Is it closer or closer? Genuine
Closer.
question. Is it okay?
I'm gonna tell you.
I'm never sure.
Ooh. Busted up coming out, giving +2 for each drum and vocals pair on the board.
And a full
Also
mix.
a full mix. It's a lot of points there for Sean.
18 to 12. This is going to be tough for Danny to come back from.
Just when I thought it was anyone's game too, right?
Just when you thought it was everyone's game. That is how DropMix goes.
It still is, depending on if you clear cards.
He's clear one. I don't know if Sussman Sabi. He has a guaranteed spin. But
You know, it's
To each his own.
each
he's going
his
for
own.
the color bonus. And, you know, a spin could have also opened up a lot of color bonuses for Sean. So unless Sean has a very solid
So,
combo
yeah,
play,
he's-
probably only get 2 points this turn anyways.
17 to 15. Sean is within striking distance. We could see him close the gap right here and cinch the first round win.
I want a girl who gets up early. I want a girl who stays up late. I want a girl with uninterrupted prosperity who uses a machete to cut through red tape with fingernails that shine like justice and a voice that is dark like tinted glass. She is fast, thorough, and sharp as a tack. She is touring the facility and picking up slack. I want a girl with the short skirt and a long
Sussman taking a sip of water.
jacket.
While Sean thinks over his move. Sean opting for the spin. Very solid chance of knocking out at least a card he does. Eliminating Sussman's effects card there. Oh, that slot was just effects cards.
All effects cards in that center slot.
Not really opening up any bonuses for Sean though, which is I assume what he was going for. Especially a blue-green bonus would have done him very well. Yeah, there's a wild card he probably would have played there. I mean, 14-18. Only 1 point gained that turn, but 1 taken away from Sussman. Sussman going for playing an extra yellow card. She does. Only getting 2 points. That's well, he
This
does
is
have the extra
interesting.
action. Yeah,
He's
that's right.
really hoping that Sean can't make a 3-point play on his next turn.
Ooh.
Oh.
Sussman really tying it up. Yeah, if Sean can't make that 3-point play,
I think
it
we're
could
gonna,
be Sussman's
I,
game.
I think we might see a 3-point play here, guys.
This what? Yeah.
I think we might see one.
We haven't seen Embrace Chaos yet, have we?
No, I don't think we
No, I
have.
don't
Very
think so.
surprising.
There it
Oh,
is.
all right.
Speak of the devil.
And with that, I bet he's. If I was a
Oh,
betting
with,
man, I think he's about to drop
Yep, there
that
it is.
2-point play. And Sean Halloran taking
Round 1.
round 1 against Daniel.
Nice
the
handshake.
Savage Sussman.
Dapper
Whoops. Wrong one. Wrong thing. Cut that. Hey, there it is.
Sus.
What that's a bad sauce. What a fantastic first match here in the DropMix Mania tournament.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Got a little distracted.
It was surprisingly close.
Surprisingly close
For
match.
someone that came down here and
Yeah.
said that they did not know the rules to DropMix, they definitely put up a good fight.
Yeah,
definitely.
he really held his own. I think so.
Let's actually just get a little them in here and ask them a couple questions.
Yeah, that was good.
Daniel,
Hi.
how was that your first actual competitive DropMix match?
Okay, so it wasn't actually my first competitive DropMix match.
What?
Well,
I mean, just because I don't play on the stream a lot, Troy.
I've seen this guy out in the street, just like
Hustling-
dealing cards at
Hustling
people.
DropMix for money.
They don't even have the sound on.
No, it was a good game actually. There's
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things that I appreciate is that you can kind of play by play, but like each player has a strategy that unfolds over the course of the game. And I have to say, I'm still not exactly sure what Sean's kind of primary strategy is.
You can't break into this.
So
Well,
Daniel,
but that's like
This
the sign of a
safe-
good deck is that
Let
you
him
can
talk.
kind of, it's
Let him
like
do
you
his thing.
have plenty of opportunities, different strategies to kind of
Long
drive big
talker.
points,
Yeah. That's what
big
it's
point
going on.
turns. I guess.
So
I
Daniel,
mean, I just saw it all
Nope,
came
no.
down to the Embrace
No?
Chaos in the end.
Yeah, I mean that was
We'll
a
get there
strong
eventually.
finish. What, Nick?
I was going to ask you how you think you're going to switch up your strategy going into this second round here.
I'm not actually. I mean, I don't
Not at
know.
all?
I feel like that last game came down to the cards that Sean had, kind of both early and late. I had a lot of good cards that were buried in my pile that I didn't get a chance to play. So we'll see. I thought we
Yeah.
both got pretty lucky with spins that worked
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, you did start that off with a pretty
But not a
savage
game
spin.
that felt entirely decided by the spinner like some we've
No,
seen.
no, I think it was more decided by which
It was
cards you had.
Good
and kind of,
execution. You said we saw some
Yeah.
points go back and forth,
yeah.
and the mix was tight.
mix was very tight.
Very tight.
And with that, why don't we launch into
kept
the
it close.
second?
Yeah.
Why don't we launch into that second round here and get things started?
Yeah, all right.
Wow. I'll put in my own sound effects. It's fine.
Official music.
Official sound effect music. Whenever you guys are ready, hit that rematch button. Just tap the rematch.
You just got to press it. There
you
you go. Let's see who's up first here. Looks like we're going with Shauna first. That might be the difference,
Good
with just those
chance.
opening color bonuses. Could give Daniel Sussman the lead this time in the early game.
Yeah, I was surprised by which color bonuses he left open in the first round. So this might help him out.
I was too.
Yeah. Agreed.
You want to make sure that your opponent can't use a wild card to pick up 2 color bonuses on their next turn, but
Which might be
Sometimes
what
you can't
Sean's
help it.
doing right now, is blocking out at least.
Oh, interesting early play. Busted up coming out on the first turn, giving 2 points for a beats and vocals. Pony, of course, with that green vocals card and the blue beats there. That's going to get that bonus very early.
I love me some blue beats, Troy.
A quick 4-point turn.
2 color bonuses open on Sussman's side of the board. He could
Could
see
tap
if he-
that with,
yep,
and he does with the wild.
I'll bring him up to 3. Let's see if he has any combo plays up his sleeve early on, or if he's going to hold off for later in the game. Nothing too special coming out. Just another good old red card.
these 2 wild cards surprisingly go pretty well together.
They do.
I am surprised. This sounds awesome.
Yeah, the speed of that A-Punk combined with that good vocal bass of Pony.
It's a one-of-a-kind mix.
It is true, one of a kind, only found in DropMix.
Available now. And the mix has been saved. So we'll share it out later. Very high-tech production we got going on back here. Nice and cool in the broadcaster's booth on this cold day in
Got
Boston.
my Beyonce hair fan now.
If you do hear any fan noises in the mic, let us know. Sounds okay to me. Just don't point your mic at the fan.
It is our biggest fan.
6-4 here as Daniel takes control of the board. Now we saw Sean take an somewhat early lead with that first round play, but Daniel's still keeping it pretty tight.
Yep. Both these competitors really taking their time to think through their plays. Curious what Sussman's plan is here to regain control of the board. Sean has 4 out of 5 slots.
Or if he has a plan at all. There is the chance that he just doesn't have it. Just kind of playing by the seat of his pants, and that could work out for him.
Yeah,
It worked out for Danny.
Yeah, that is absolutely true.
That is
I
very
anticipate Danny running downstairs now to
defend his honor.
Yeah.
Not likely. 6-6 as Sean takes control.
very close and tied up. Sean playing September to some extra points there. But not really even extra points, just, 2 points ahead of Sussman.
He still has major control over the board.
Yeah, which is something,
The 2 point lead.
Daniel really needs to address. It might just be the end of his walk in the
There's still
DropMix
time. We're still
Mania
really
tournament.
early in the game. Just played a vocal card opening up the red bonus. Oh,
Oh, and going for +2 with soaring above on that vocal card. Sean either nodding his head in agreement or along to the beat or both. Can't tell. Well, that was
I want a girl who gets up early. I want a girl who stays up late.
We've lost connection with the chat, so apologies that we're not addressing any
That's all right.
hot topics or questions you may have right now.
Most importantly is this DropMix Mania match, which we are in the middle of right here. If you are just joining us, DropMix Mania is the ongoing March tournament internally at Harmonix, single elimination bracket. Best 2 matches out of 3 for each game. Sorry, best 2 out of 3 rounds for each match.
we're not going to get that right ever, are we?
It's going to be a challenge.
We'll see by the finals.
It will constantly be
Give
a
us a
challenge for
few
us.
weeks. We'll know what we're talking
If
about.
we don't, well,
We've only been doing this
We're
for about
doing
a
our
month and a
best.
half here. Still messing it up. That's okay.
Sean coming in with another wild card on that yellow slot. That's what he's been playing a lot of wild cards, I feel like.
4 of the 5 slots as well. Daniel's going to have to take some spots here to protect against that full mix.
Playing another yellow card. It's been a very back and forth thing that Sussman's been doing. Is it seems like every time Sean almost takes control of the board, he just plays another yellow card.
Yeah, I think he's got a lot of vocals in his deck
Yeah, especially
to pair with those FX cards.
we know he's got the dominant in there. So we know he wants to keep maintaining control of that yellow slot in case he draws that dominant and can make a play with it. So the worst feeling is when you're able to set up an FX play, but you're not able to play the FX that turn.
Right.
It's really tough. You play both cards in, but if you can't pull the FX out, then you run the risk of losing that combo.
Mhm. Which is exactly what we saw in first round, where Sean quickly acted on his vocal card effects cards to really just get him points early in the game.
Pick them up while you can.
Exactly. 12-13, still very neck and neck. Board control still in Sean's neck of the woods. Sean opting for a spin, knocking out one card of Daniels, bringing him down 1 extra point there.
Yep,
Opening up the green color bonus as well, which might cover Sean's plan here. We will see.
You always have a 50% chance of getting a level 3 card removed from the board. It's usually a good play.
Yeah. Yeah, if you see a level 3 card blocking a slot with a color bonus, it's always a good choice to probably
Yeah, you
get
got a
that
good
spinner
shot.
on your first action there. Speaking of the spinner, Sussman coming out with a almost a full clear, just on the edge of the wheel. Knocking out one card, though, which is 1 point that Sean no longer has.
We're really creeping slowly up in the points. Sometimes we see these like 6-point, 5-point jumps, and right now we're just seeing them kind of neck and neck the whole time.
Very neck and neck. Yeah, that first round was neck and neck for a while, and then, you know, Sean just really ran with it at the end there. Troy's struggling with headphones. They're now properly back on his head.
Sorry.
Troy, you're doing a wonderful job.
Got a lot of hats to juggle here tonight.
And you're not even wearing one.
It's true. Oh, 15-14. Daniel Sussman taking a lead.
You said that with such surprise.
Well,
This is the first time ever in Daniel Sussman's life take a lead like this. But, you know, Sean's obviously crushing that lead with dominant. And, yep, he only is able to get one card affected by that effects card, but it will still do him justice.
18-15 as Daniel Sussman takes control. Now Daniel, he's going to have to block something here or close the match out.
Yeah, there's
He is playing on his back foot right now as this is already round 2 of this match, rather. He
whatever
loses
Daniel chooses to do this turn could lead Sean to have a 3-point play.
That is true. And with that, knock Daniel the Savage Sussman out of the bracket entirely.
Indeed.
Choosing to spin here. Not going to do it. Unfortunately, not going to do it as it misses.
Now that half-court
I was
shot.
gonna say, he's only got 2s on the boards, and it's really hard to hit that.
A little bit over 25% chance, I believe, if my math is correct.
Oh, man, Sean could really just get a full board. Full
That's
mix
wrong.
if he wanted to. That would be his 3-point play.
Yep, with only 2 slots on Daniel's side of the board. Makes it easy.
I think I see what card Sean's going to play by leaning over to the right. Yep.
Oh, Heart Song coming out. Interesting play. 2 points for the Horns card, and that's going to do it for Sean
seals it
Halloran.
all.
Handshake sealing it all with the full mix. Hold on. Let's see how many points here. 20,
Ooh, that hurts.
It hurts to say 25-16.
Insane.
And that is going to do it for Daniel Sussman. Unfortunately, Daniel the Savage Sussman is knocked out of the tournament. Daniel. Hey.
Hi.
Hey. Yeah, you guys, your mics are hot. Unfortunate loss there in the first round of this DropMix Mania bracket. Got to be painful.
I don't know. I'm sorry to let 41% of our audience down.
41.4.
41.4. I feel like I lost to a really competitive opponent.
You did.
It was a fun match, but, you know, if anyone thought that I was just, you know, wasting my time off stream, not playing DropMix,
I don't know.
I'm coming for you.
I felt like I spent a lot of time just sitting
Pointed
here
at the wrong
watching you
camera.
figure out what to play. I mean, my advice, just for the streamers out there, is maybe you want to pick it up a little bit.
It's all about, you know,
Some savage
building the
criticism
tension,
coming from
peaks
Daniel
and valleys
Sussman.
to a
For the
narrative.
losing player.
Yeah, I'm sure. Very intentional.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. We're gonna kick it
Now
over.
we gotta
To,
get digging.
Yeah.
we're gonna kick it over to us here for a little commentary. We'll always swap in the next match, which you probably might as well just talk about it right now, huh?
Yeah, let's go. Let's
Yeah,
go
you
for it. Let's go into it.
So obviously, if you've seen the bracket, we actually let's cut to the bracket real quick. We haven't shown the bracket in a little bit. It's been a minute. If you are just joining us, the bracket here, boom. As we just watched the Sean Halloran Daniel Sussman match, Sean Halloran taking the lead. He's going to move up in the bracket, face the winner of the Morgan-Rick Cody match. And our next match, very excited about this match. I'm just going to drop it right on.
Too.
I'm not even going to do a little transition here. Kevin
Damn.
Lockard, K-Lock, the current DropMix League champion, I believe, if I'm not
The
mistaken.
one true Kevin.
Defeated the
Kelvcav.
he defeated Kelvcav and also the outside competitor in the show match, Adam Cardoza.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
For the control of the DropMix belt, which we do see behind the competitors. And, of course, his competition today, Dan the Sheriff Nottingham, Sheriff of Nottingham himself. You've seen Dan a couple times. What's
I don't
that
know.
face for?
I don't know.
I got to look after that one. Ugh. That's a good nickname.
It
like
wasn't
it.
a gross
The
look I
Sheriff-
gave
the
you.
Sheriff of Nottingham.
It was just, it caught me off guard.
It was on the screen.
Surprisingly clever.
It was
Yeah.
for me. Like surprise. Like that's a surprise. I'm sorry, I'm not that clever.
Sure, you're great at reading off the screen.
Thanks. I appreciate that. We've seen these competitors before a number of times, I think, in this competition. Definitely Kevin Lockard. He's been on the stream all the time. And Dan's been on recently,
been on
actually.
here a few times,
fairly,
yeah.
fairly recently.
Yeah.
So these are not fairly recently? No? I'm getting a head shake?
I thought you were down here.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Let's actually introduce our competitors. If we want to kick their mics on, and I'm going to just introduce them right now. Kevin Lockard
Hello.
and Dan
Hey there,
Nottingham.
YouTubes.
That's, well,
We're-
eventually maybe.
Yeah.
Twitch right now, but that's cool.
And Facebook Live.
And Facebook Live. Gentlemen, how does it feel being back down here in the DropMix Mania tournament?
This is my first time. I have not been on
He said that several times.
Really?
Been,
Troy.
yeah.
I
I've played
swear
this
you've
week,
been
but I
down
haven't
here.
never played a match
No.
on stream before, so.
Well, then welcome.
Well, then, all right.
Welcome to.
We're so excited to have you.
Sorry, Dan. I didn't know. Didn't realize that was true.
Yeah, let him have his moment.
Let him have some. Dan, you want
Well,
to
I
just
also haven't played a league match in like 2 or 3 weeks. So.
the right in front of you is
camera with the red light is the one you should
Oh,
look
hey,
at. There you go.
I didn't know.
it's fine. Welcome to the stream,
That's how we know he hasn't been down here before. He doesn't know what camera to look at.
We should
I
have
don't know how
known.
any of this works.
Dan. Any feelings going into this first Mania match?
I know I've got a very tough opponent. But yeah, I don't know. I've got a very different deck, so I'm interested to see how it works out, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
And of course, your competitor today. You're right, as you are correct. Storied champion Kevin Lockard, current DropMix League champion. Kevin, you're no stranger to these parts. No
No.
stranger to this pressure, this competition.
I've been down here before.
How does it feel being in a more organized and well-constructed setting as the DropMix Mania versus the DropMix League?
Oh, it's just wonderful, Troy.
That's true. The DropMix broadcasting.
DropMix Mania is great, and
Drop-
I love it.
I'm glad to hear that. Any thoughts going? You're a seasoned veteran here. I can't imagine you are very concerned with this next with your nerves on this next match.
I mean, nervous? Nah, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. But like, it's like he works on DropMix.
That is true.
Like, look at his
Yeah.
shirt. It says
He does
DropMix
have-
right on there. Like,
Multiple times.
That is true.
he is definitely nobody to scoff at.
Well, while you guys are, you want to jump in and weigh in your decks real quick, and we'll cut over to that while we just talk a little bit while they're doing that. You wanna turn their mics on?
Yeah, we could do
Thanks. So, Nick, of course, you've got some statistics here.
some very interesting statistics.
What
You
did the
guys-
people say?
So I want to ask you guys your thoughts. You would think Kevin Lockard coming into this that the fans would think he would be the winner of this. How do you guys think the fans voted?
I would have assumed Kevin Lockard, K-Lock, because they've seen him quite a bit, and as we just found out, the sheriff has yet to be on stream.
Now, you say that, but I feel like Dan Nottingham has got a lot of power in his corner. We want to. The fans want to see the upset. They want to see
Yeah,
the,
we love
the
a
champion be
Cinderella
taken
story.
down. And frankly,
Yeah.
I want to see the champion be taken down.
Exactly.
So
And
let's see. What do they say?
the interesting
say?
thing about the statistics is Kevin Lockard coming in with 50.7% of the vote.
Ooh.
50 points.
Very split.
Ooh.
Unlike the Daniel Sussman fan club, which is just not
Just
really
slightly
too
smaller.
existing.
Unfortunately, no, yeah, that's very interesting, very split decision on the community side for Kevin Lockard,
Yeah,
the current
very-
DropMix League champion.
Very equal fan base. So it'll be fun.
It will, and I assume, of course, we'll get a good match out of that. 30-30, 80-80 deck from Kevin Lockard. And I believe we might be ready to. Are we ready to? Are we ready to drop mix? Is that good? Was that one good?
That was better than the first one. Ooh, we'll
Was that better? Oh, should we add the air horn? To
We
the
were
end?
talking about getting an air horn.
There was air horn discussion.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw it.
Riley,
Yes, I did see that.
quick
am
DropMix Broadcasting Association Board of Directors meeting here. Air horn, yay, nay?
I am anti-air horn.
Ooh, I am yay air horn. So we're split,
You
unfortunately.
should get me on the board.
No.
Ooh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. We're waiting on you guys.
Just a little team
Some
meeting.
some
You guys can do your
sass here
thing.
from Kevin Lockard. I even more want Dan Nottingham to win
He
now.
means business.
He does mean business. He
He's
is ready.
sassing the DBA.
Sheriff up first. Let's see what cards he draws out of the holster. Guess we are indeed laughing at our own jokes immediately after we make them.
I think we finally figured out our dynamic. Nick is the color commentary with the puns.
What?
That's it.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's
oh my
it.
God.
Everything else is,
Smooth sailing.
yeah.
The Sheriff dropping that wild card out first, blocking the color bonuses on the bottom 2 slots. Anderson Pock. Kevin Lockard answering with the yellow color bonus and a blue level 1 there in that blue only slot.
Did Sussman tilt the board?
Someone tilted the board. It's okay. It is just going to bother me, I think. Just slightly askew. I do all that work to straighten.
Tell no one to touch the board.
Don't touch the board. Don't
For
touch
those just tuning in, it was straight to begin with.
Yes.
Through no fault of our own. It has changed.
Maybe we'll fix it. Maybe. We're really learning how to use computers over here, and it's amazing.
I do want to blame the Mac. Embrace Chaos coming out from Dan Nottingham, taking 2 points away. This is only the second Embrace Chaos we've seen. We only saw Sean play 1.
Those are some pretty hot shots fired from the Sheriff.
Some very hot shots, and he's also taking that full mix with Hall & Oates.
2 to 8. This is intense.
Kevin Lockard playing on his back foot here with only 2 points, deciding to spin.
50-50 shot on hitting anything.
He hits that level 1.
Taking away 2 cards. Exactly what he needs at this point, I believe, to really just start to regain some traction in this match. Full clear, obviously, would have been much better, but
Well, you
It's
know,
always ideal.
it's always ideal, but you get what you get in the cards and the wheel. The wheel spins the way the wheel
turns.
the wheel turns with the wheel.
Well said. Succinct.
Yeah.
We're getting down with the sickness here to claim some color bonuses that are left opened. But I don't think did he claim a color bonus there? I don't remember what was under that. I just saw the wild card come out.
Sorry? Under the serve?
Yeah.
It was Anderson Pox.
Yeah, so he did not get any color bonuses. Quiet Wisdom coming out though. Getting some extra
First time
points.
we've seen it so far.
Interesting. Very interesting. Normally we see Quiet Wisdom come out.
Turn 1.
Thoroughly surprised.
Either through just the luck of the draw or a searching within.
Of course, Quiet Wisdom giving 1 point for every empty slot in the board, so that's 2 empty slots. It's 3 points. Sorry, 2 points for the bonus and 1 point for playing the card, of course. Got a ton of that board taken up, 3 slots in Dan Nottingham's hand.
We're getting a lot of really crazy wild card combos here.
Yeah.
I am, again, surprisingly, totally digging this.
You're into this. Embrace Chaos, or sorry,
Assert
Assert Order
Order.
rather. I saw the art and I assumed it was the other
Very
card.
similar.
Very similar art. Assert Order coming out from K-Lock to try and regain some of that distance between the two of them.
Strings of Fate coming out, allowing extra guitar card to be played. Curious. Red color bonus is open. Yep.
It
And
is.
We see Wipeout coming out, which is from the Backdoor playlist.
A level 3 as well, so it might
Yes.
block that yellow slot, depending on what Dan Nottingham has in his deck.
Very solid play by Kevin. especially as he tries to regain a lead here. As we sit in silence, I'd like to welcome anyone new who's tuning in to DropMix Mania. This is a DropMix Clash Mode tournament. Single elimination consisted of the best DropMix players at Harmonix.
That is very true. These are the absolute best that we have.
Except for Daniel Sussman, who came in not knowing the rules.
Like I said,
we made the assumption with him working on the project that he knew what he was doing, but he did hold his own for a little bit, but ultimately lost in the first match that we had held here tonight.
Well, you know what they say about assumptions.
Exactly.
Riley, you good over there?
I'm fine.
How can you not be fine when you have a nice little fan? Keeping this broadcast studio cool.
It's the only thing keeping me sane, Nick. It's this fan. This lovely box fan.
I'll just take a step backwards here.
Dan playing that Searching Within and now having to shuffle his deck. Kevin Lockard
Opting for the spin.
opting for the spin.
50-50 shot and hitting something.
And he does. He hits those twos, clearing those two effects cards.
Goodbye, Quiet Wisdom, and Searching Within. Eventually, once they, There you go. We have a close match yet again.
Yeah, and he's back. He's kind of regained some of that ground that he lost early on from Embrace Chaos. Outcast, Miss Jackson, drums coming in. I wonder if Kevin Lockard right now is thinking that,
ooh, nice
just
play.
Heartless one, clearing all the opponent's blue cards. Of course,
Including that wild.
That's going to clear Miss Jackson as well as that Disturbed. Down with the sickness. MGMT's kids coming right into that spot to take that green color bonus back. 13-8. Dan Nottingham is not letting up. He is totally taking points away from Kevin Lockard at every opportunity and just absolutely trying to keep ahead as fast as possible.
He's a force to be reckoned with.
Absolutely is. Kevin's playing again behind a little bit on his back foot here. 8-13. He's not nowhere close to out of it. We have seen him make some absolutely stunning comebacks in the past. So
agreed.
Nothing too out of
Did win us the belt.
He did win us the belt against that show match with Adam Cardozo. You can see the belt in the background there.
Very shiny. Did you polish that?
I did, yes.
Good job.
Thank you. Double play on that bottom slot, opening the green color bonus up off of the wild and dropping in Genuine's Pony.
Not really gaining too much board control with that play, but definitely gaining more points than he would have without that play.
More points. It was a 3-point play overall, as well as he still gets a card in the mix. There was still one slot taken out. The board right now split between the Sheriff and K-Lock.
Conspiracy of Ravens, not only just a long name for an effects card, but it's also taking away that card that was on the board, opening up some color bonuses, and
opening up both color bonuses, as a matter of fact.
Points.
Blue and the green color bonus.
Troy's dancing in his seat.
I am into this. I am all about this mix. This is great.
K-Lock opting for a spin. Still a really high chance.
Is he going to do it?
And he does clear all.
That's what you need.
is exactly what he needed at this point in the competition.
Not only does he clear all, he also opens up 2 color bonuses on 3 slots, which he immediately claims.
With that wild.
This is definitely the plus side of having a high number of wild cards in your deck. Both of them have been able to capitalize on the double color bonuses.
The only card that hasn't come out, the only card that hasn't come out of this mix in a while is Wipeout. It's been there for a while.
Well, that level 3 is tough to.
It really blocks you.
Yeah. Easy to hit with the spinner, but hard to play over. Spoke too soon. There it goes. The spinner opening every slot on the board, every color bonus for the sheriff to, pick a shot and claim a lot of points.
That silent board being broken up by Mike Snow. Genghis Khan Keys. Big fan of this card. It's Keys. It's very subtle, but it's got a lot of power.
This is another perfect time to have that FX card, Quiet Wisdom. When you clear that entire board,
Play
you got
that
nothing
down.
but open slots.
That is very, very true. And we saw that a lot in our previous streams of the DropMix League. But we have not seen a ton of Quiet Wisdom today.
No, we haven't.
It's like everyone's strategy has been shifted for this new tournament.
Seems like it.
I think this happens quite a bit when you start people trending towards a certain FX card. I think people start moving in the opposite direction.
Yep, we've seen that a lot here. As word gets around the studio that there's a very solid OP color play.
A new meta, for example.
Yeah. It started with Embrace Chaos. It went to Quiet Wisdom, I think. And, people are just, discovering new combos.
We're adjusting to it. 16-16. Dan Nottingham needs a 5-point play here to take the win.
Trying to think how he could do it. I think I see it, but I don't know if he has the cards to do it.
It all depends on the cards in your hand.
I think that's the most frustrating when you can do it, but if you don't have it in your hands, you're screwed.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
You walk by the magazines, sitting on the rack at the CVS. One more sad movie star divorce. 300 died in an airplane wreck. And you think of all the people suffering, and you bury that pain, but you could tell me everything, and we'll ride on that wave.
Dan Nottingham really trying to figure out what's the best play for him right now without leaving a 5-point play open for Kevin Lockard.
I always say this, but it's at that 16-point mark where I start getting nervous because you never know.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those points where you could either, you either have a play or you don't, or you think you can make one. And You're just kind of trying to do the math and do the calculations. And
then you start running all the scenarios in your head. Well, if I play this, and I know they've played this effects card, but do they have another? Have they played both of them?
Interesting. Clips are coming out. Clearing the opponent's yellow card slot.
Yep. If you can't get there, at least you can take away some points. Oh,
solid play.
20 points puts him just within the striking distance of the win. With 20, Kevin Lockard, not a ton of options here. He's 15 to 20. He's either gonna have to get a 6-point play or somehow figure out a way to stall. He's going for the stall.
Pounds.
Tough with only 2 cards on the board. It doesn't take away.
Only
that
taking
much.
away 1.
And he does take away that wild though. That's a big card to.
Opens all the color bonuses since there's only effects cards on the board.
He's just trying to clear at this point.
Going for a full clear.
And he does.
Unfortunately, that's just going to leave them all open for the sheriff over there.
The sheriff
he just
about
needs
to
something. Yep.
He's got it.
There it is.
Kevin throwing his cards down.
Quick
Dan
play for the win.
Taking the win with 23 points. Not even necessary, but just a good striking play from Dan, the Sheriff Nottingham, taking the first round win. What an unbelievable match. Yep, you want to do that? I'll do that, and I'll do that. Hey, look at that. We do that camera. We forgot we have this one.
Yeah.
And a very exciting first match in this first round in this match. Dan Nottingham, of course, taking the first round. Dan, how's it feel taking that? Is it a little bit of weight off your shoulders there?
Yeah, I mean, it feels pretty good. Like, I definitely was not sure about my chances coming into this, and now I feel a lot better about it. Yeah, I just need to win 1 out of 2 more, and I've got it. So
absolutely, and
Yeah.
you know you've got
Chances.
you've got some really good chances here, Kevin. You know you've been in this position before.
Mm-hmm.
You've never given up. Any thoughts going into this second round?
Nah.
Okay,
Shrug of the shoulders
what
and a
happens.
solid nah.
No sideboard.
no changes.
I'm happy with my deck. I didn't pull the cards I needed. Hopefully, I pull them this time.
It is always a tough time when you just don't get the draws, and luck is just not on your side sometimes. Let's jump right into our second match here. Second round of our match here. I'll get this one.
Second round of our second
match.
match.
Right. Correct. Second round of our second match.
Of the whole game.
Oh, okay.
Whenever you guys are ready.
Just
Whenever.
hit
Yep.
Yep. There you go.
I know.
Kevin Lockard up first. I think Dan Nottingham went first in that last round.
Yes, he did. He had the
Yeah.
he had the busted up play, didn't he? Or is
He
that,
did indeed. Yeah, that was his
Or is that
opening.
Sean?
Ooh.
Is that last match?
You know, we said we'd be
We pay
writing this stuff
attention.
down and
We
keeping
do, I
track,
just-
and you drew a hot dog.
I did.
Troy's taking very,
Elaborate notes.
very great notes.
You know, it's one thing we did not do yet. Oh, well, there's a hot dog. We have not ironed the tablecloth yet.
That's not my job.
I don't know whose job it
TLC,
is.
no scrubs. And hey, good card coming out here. Zach Brown Band, homegrown in that base.
You're a country fan.
I am a country fan.
There's a Troy favorite right there.
I was Lucky and Moonlight. Those are the 2 playlists I've been waiting for since the game launched.
They're the fastest 2 first plays I've ever seen.
Right.
It was quick.
Insanely quick.
Good.
I'm curious how our viewers are starting to think about their picks for all the matches that have been, for these matches that have been played so far, and
Yeah,
how
there's
do you think they're going
definitely
to stack up?
this influences it quite a bit. But we've seen that, they're really close games. So
Yeah.
it's hard to tell.
Especially they're 50-50 on picks as well. You know, the community split right down the middle on this one. So, well, it's not exactly a bracket buster for a lot of people. It is
Not yet.
not yet, at least.
Especially with first round matches. They're only counting 1 point towards
The total.
hopefully
score,
getting the sweet DropMix prize package we have for
Right.
the people with the best bracket.
Dan Nottingham not able to extend the point differential early on as he did last game. Of course, Kevin also not able to get that spins that he probably wanted to there. Strings of Fate coming in.
Solid effects card to play after a swing and a miss
That is true.
on the spinner there. Yeah. Grabbing that green color bonus with a disturbed wild card right there. Dan Nottingham opting for the spin here. Not a good shot at hitting anything, which he doesn't.
Again, only 2s on the board, so it's tough.
I did want to briefly comment. I am a big fan of Blink-182 when it's flipped from major to minor. I forget if it's major or minor to begin with, but when it's flipped to the other,
Yeah.
it's always it's more of a sad song.
Yeah.
we
it
really
would be,
slowed down the beats per minute.
Right.
Yeah.
This is in minor.
Yeah, this has to be minor if it's sad.
Yeah.
Usually is the good way to look at it.
Sad versus
It's not
happy.
necessarily.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit more sad.
I don't think
You
that's
know.
exactly
Technical
how
way
the
to figure it
theory
out.
works, but yeah, that's probably fine.
None of us
We know
behind the boards
music.
here are
Zero-
music majors.
Zero
or
music theory skills
Yeah.
back here. The dominant coming out by K-Lock, getting those vocal points.
K-Lock
full
locking
mix.
in the full mix.
Raising the roof back here as K-Lock raises the roof on his point differential. 12-7 as Dan, the Sheriff Nottingham, takes board control.
We should. Yeah. I was going somewhere with that, but I changed my mind.
Cool. Glad you said that.
Embrace Chaos coming
There
out.
it is.
There it is. We're seeing more Embrace Chaos out of Dan Nottingham than we are out of Sean Halloran. Very interesting deck
Times are
composition.
changing.
Times are a-changing.
I think Sean really changed things up because people know.
They know
that
what they're
he's-
getting
He's
into.
heavy on that Embrace Chaos.
I don't know if you guys have been seeing. He's clearly been advertising on social media that he has two DropMix starter sets, so he does have.
We
two
know he's
Embrace
got the
Chaos.
cards.
But maybe that was part of his mind game to really throw people off. It threw me off.
Yeah, you don't want your opponents to know what you're working with, so it's a mind game.
Spinner knocking out one of the Sheriff's cards. Opening that middle cell.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is what happened. Kind of looked at me
Correct.
for approval there. I don't know.
I don't know. I was
Help.
trying for a little sheriff joke there with the cells. And
Oh.
Eh?
Oh,
I didn't know if I should
nice.
explain it. Yeah. We're getting
Yeah,
there.
a joke is really good when you have to explain it.
Very good.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I always love one of those.
Especially you go to a comedy show and they start explaining afterwards all the jokes you didn't get.
Yeah, it's the after show to the of every comedy show. It's a very
That's when it's
exclusive-
funny.
It's the exclusive event where they sit down.
Behind the
It's,
scenes.
it's kind of like when they interview the director after a movie screening. Like the comedian comes back out, they sit down on the edge of the stage, they kind of lean and they go, "So let me walk you through my set. That first joke was about my divorce. Let me go into strict detail about that."
And all Nick heard from that was, "I am the director."
11-9 as K-Lock plays
He's been
his blue card in that middle slot.
Can he get
as well as,
that? Yep.
Wipeout. Yep, full mix.
Full mix once again.
Dan's been doing a good job of trying to rein his points back. We saw Kevin kind of take these leaps, a couple points, 5 or 6 point differential, 4 or 5 point differential, and then Dan kind of reins him back in. See if he can do that again with this one. Spinner's only going to hit
Only
that
getting
3.
one. Very close to getting more than one, though.
It can be really tough to come back from these full mixes. I think a lot of times if you have an extra action FX card, that can usually get you 3 slots on the board, make it a little bit more difficult for them to gain a full mix yet again.
Yeah.
But it's tough. You never know.
Very solid point not playing that open slot, which would just give Kevin Lockard only one action to have to fulfill to get that full mix back at least. Now he has to play over
He's
2
not
cards. Brace Chaos coming out, though. Opening up that red-yellow.
taking 2 points away as well. Oh, Dolly Parton.
Getting a double color bonus with a red and yellow.
Those color bonuses are the only thing that K-Lock sees.
He came back with a vengeance.
He did. Absolutely did. He was not struck down by that first round.
Acrimony coming out, clearing away that
And as soon
wild card.
as soon as Dolly came, she is now stripped off the
Oh,
board.
sad. I love that one.
I'm a big weird. There's a
love-
lot
Sorry,
of Dolly,
Jolene.
Dolly.
Jolene fans, but
Oh,
Fifth
Fifth
Harmony.
Harmony.
but okay, it's an
Okay.
acceptable swap.
Fair.
Fifth Harmony coming in, taking the yellow and red color bonus at the top of the board, changing that mix up.
The DBA approves.
The DBA does approve.
And they
Yep.
care. They care what we like and don't like.
Yep,
I mean,
Really.
I care.
Yeah. I care what I like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
just as Jolene came in, even the chat was very happy and then very sad as it just went. away.
Which pack is Jolene in? That would be
Oh, yes,
Moonlight.
Yep,
Yeah.
Moonlight.
The wild card to Moonlight. It's going to be in our Discovery Series 3 and 4. I forget which one Jolene is in.
Check those out. I think there's some stock up on Amazon as well. Still the Hasbro Toy Shop for those if you're looking for that
Yeah.
card.
Yeah. It's actually really, if you're very interested, there's a really good card list on our subreddit right now, reddit.com/r/DropMix. 16 to 12 here, a little tabletop
Discussion
going on.
Yeah.
Choosing to play 2 vocals, it seems.
Sam Hunt.
Again, big fan of K-Lock's song choices specifically here.
He's really playing to not only to his strength, but the broadcast.
But to the
At least
broadcast.
one of them.
That is very true.
Actually, I really love the country cards. I feel like they add a totally unexpected element to the mix. I'm a country fan too, though.
I
actually.
agree. I agree.
So I've been saying this
Hold on.
entire time.
And one of the coolest things about DropMix is that it totally blends these cards seamlessly into a mix that makes sense, even though these cards are.
It definitely helps you
So
appreciate genres that you might not listen to
Yeah,
on your
absolutely.
normal music listening
Absolutely.
habits. Yeah. Searching Within coming out from Mr. Nottingham over there.
Looking for some points, and he's, interesting,
Playing
taking Wildin out. Clearing only the color cards off of the board. That's only going to clear the yellow and the blue
which
slot.
are both Kevin Lockards.
That is true. Opening up every color bonus.
It's a risky play, but
Very,
he does.
very risky considering he just turned board control back over to K-Lock.
Yeah.
15 points. A 6-point play will get him the win, but that's
Might
good.
not
6
have
points,
it. We'll
6 points.
see.
6 points a big play.
We've seen it happen. We saw Sean win with 25 points, so, you know, anything's,
Two, I guess, yeah. As a matter of
anything's
fact,
possible.
2 wilds, I think, would actually be a 6-point play.
1.
2, 3.
Yeah,
4, 5,
I
6.
think so.
Not where you put it, though, but
Yep.
yes.
I love that guitar card that K-Lock just played. Connecticut River Boys must be nice. The only
I love it in this key. Whatever this is.
think minor.
No, the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Paired with Pony.
Oh, I love this. 20-14 as K-Lock takes control. He's striking distance. Dan Nottingham choosing to spin. Try and separate some.
You gotta get that
50-50.
clear all.
To get something.
Fingers
And a
crossed.
clear one.
Oh,
Almost cleared them all.
It's something.
Going for a second spin. Just has to knock away points
He gets-
away from the K-Lock. That's his strategy right here. He's not going to
Unfortunately,
do
he's
it.
not going to do it. 19 points.
Kevin can
K-Lock.
play 2 cards or just get that
Just
color
the
bonus,
one.
which he does. He'll take this. He'll take round 2.
We'll leave the mix in, and then bring them up. An exciting second round for K-Lock as he takes control again. Takes control for the first time, and taking that second round. Kevin,
Yes.
How's it going?
how's it
Going all right.
I don't know why that broke
That was
me.
a weird game, right?
That was a weird game.
That's weird.
There was a lot of back and forth there, a lot of points. I saw, not Dan. You were really great at kind of keeping his points down. Every time he would take a run, you seemed to kind of rein him back in.
He is the
Did
sheriff
what
after
I
all.
could, but I couldn't draw enough of my effects cards. I was kind of heavy on wilds and other colored cards, so
That is always very tough when you get
not a lot
that
of opportunity.
bad hand composition. But you got to sometimes you just got to fight through it. And let's see if you can do that here in round 3 of this DropMix Mania match. If you are just joining us, of course, this is a best 2 out of 3 rounds.
Yeah.
So Kevin, the winner of this one, Kevin just kept his place in the tournament alive by
That he
taking
did.
that second round, and Dan, of course, fighting for the next round.
Oh,
Gentlemen,
a sideboard, huh?
Thinking about it.
oh, interesting, Dan. Yeah, you're taking a sideboard here. Any thoughts going into why you're doing that, or any insight?
Just taking a look.
Just taking a look.
Nothing that
I
he
don't
wants
know.
to share with Kevin. So
Of course, well, that's
Yeah.
all a very good point.
I think that's fair.
That's
Keep it
fair.
to yourself.
If you want to shoot us a text on what
Tell
your
us
strategy
after.
is,
Run it back.
All right, I'm just gonna put the game back on. So give us off the
All right.
yeah.
That's
great.
Good choice, Troy.
Once again, it's anyone's game.
Was there a sideboard there, Dan?
I had a few other cards. Oh, but I didn't sign.
You did. That's what I was. Yeah. Okay. Just checking. All right. Let's get into this round 3. This is going to be it for this competition for this. K-Lock going first.
Troy almost unplugging the studio as he steps up to take a quick walk to the front door of Studio 16 down here in the Harmonix offices. Searching Within coming out on turn 1. I can only imagine what Kevin Lockard's going for here.
There's one card in particular I can make a guess. But you never know. Sometimes it's just a good play to get it out there. Yep, it's exactly what I thought. Quiet Wisdom. He's going to pick up points for every open slot on the board. And as you can see, we got 4. That's a 5-point turn.
6-0. Passing over to Dan Nottingham, who has every color bonus open for him right now, which is always a nice
Can
thing
really
to
do
have
whatever he
on your
wants.
first turn. Yeah.
Oh, is there a Quiet Wisdom on the first play? Sorry.
Yeah,
There
searching
was,
with
we
the
had-
Quiet
Away.
Wisdom combo. A
Oh.
thing we haven't seen in a while in this first stream of DropMix Mania, and it finally has come out.
Finally come out. That first play, Quiet Wisdom, I'm sure you mentioned, is a just devastating play.
Very
It's-
devastating.
It's interesting because it's one of those combos that you really can't combat as
No,
an
it's
opponent.
Very tough.
Yeah.
Very tough to combat.
Super Freak coming out.
She's super freaky.
She is super freaky.
Green color bonus still open on the green slot at the bottom of the board. Who knows what Kevin Lockard has in his hand. Wilding coming out. Clearing both of Dan Nottingham's first turn plays, fortunately. Still leaving him with the points from the color bonuses he did get, which is always a
And
plus.
extend that lead even more with that color bonus wild card play there. 10-3.
This might be why Kevin Lockard is the one true Kevin.
Not letting any ground slip to Dan, the Sheriff Nottingham.
Two card plays coming from Mr. Nottingham. He's up to 6 points. Oh no. Riley's fan is falling apart.
Taking a bit of a tumble here. K-Lock is just racing away with this match. 14-6 here with that soaring above play, getting 2 points for the vocals card,
I hope.
or the yellow card rather.
I hope the sheriff can catch up with this
I am very hopeful.
villain in our story.
I would say the Robin Hood here, but he's not really a man of the people. He's a man of he's a champion in his own right.
Yeah.
Acrimony coming in, clearing that red card, clearing Blink 182 out of the mix. Say it ain't so. I will not go. But he has to. He must. As he's taken out of the mix. Carrie Underwood blown away. There's Dan the Sheriff Nottingham just blows away this match. I lost it there.
Troy, you're doing an excellent job.
So far into that metaphor, I just lost it.
It's Nick's job to make a terrible pun.
Really shouldn't punch above my stature. I know.
Punch.
Get out.
Troy is leaving the studio. Mike is on his notebook with the hot dog. Hasn't taken his headphones off just yet. Sitting back down. He's realizing that
17-10 here. Kevin within striking distance of the win.
this has been a quick round.
It has. It has.
Conspiracy of Ravens
he is
coming out.
just streaking through this match here.
That might be why the sheriff is chasing him.
There you go. That's a good storyline. But Dan is not letting up though. 14-16 as he plays that wild card in that bottom slot for both color bonuses. He is not that far off. 14-16. 5-point play will get Kevin the win.
I don't know if it's possible with the lack of color bonuses open. Unless, some effects cards
it would
coming
be
out.
it would be very tough to do.
He is opening up a red with Sam Hunt. She is going to claim, bringing him up to 19 points.
to
19-14.
14.
This
Only
makes
got
me
two.
nervous.
This is as you said. This once that 16, 17 points line gets broken, it gets nervous. It's a little nerve-wracking.
Brace Chaos
That's
coming
exactly
out.
what he needed.
Solid play.
Very good play.
We need some clear cards.
Yep. It's landing him that red bonus, tying the game up.
Take the cards under it off. And you soft block the game.
Nope,
No,
we're good.
Oh,
Okay, there we go. got a little nervous there with those cards. Everything's okay. 17-17.
It is anyone's game at this point.
It is very tight. This is for the whole thing too, as well. You know, whoever takes this round
4-point play from
goes
Moving
ahead.
on.
Yeah.
Don't know how Kevin Lockard could get 4-point play.
It's
It's
going to
possible.
be tough. Oh, he's going for the stall.
To take points away, there's some chance we
really good chance he's gonna-
And he just hits
Wow.
the edge right there.
Unlikely, and yet it happens.
I don't know if he just hit his head or his arm on the table, but it looked like both.
All of it, unfortunately, seems like K-Lock is just resigning himself here to agony. 17-17.
Especially if he
Missed
spins
spin.
again and he clears the whole board, he opens for a bunch of color bonuses. So
Yes,
I
it'll
don't know if he
be-
wants to do
Exactly.
that.
It's
Chat
really
is going wild.
Yeah, it's really risky to press the button on your second turn, but sometimes it's all you got.
He's doing it.
But if it lands on an FX card, you're not opening up any. Oh,
He's clearing one.
and he does.
Ooh.
It's actually
Unfortunately,
probably
that
pretty
doesn't
great.
open any color bonuses for Mr. Nottingham, but
It doesn't right now.
5-point play
5-point play.
could be possible, but can't see his hand, unfortunately. It's very neck and neck. It's anyone's game.
I am on the edge of my seat. I don't look at my seat. It's a figure of speech.
I just wanted to be sure. I was concerned about your safety because you are in a rolling chair and you could slide back into the wall.
17-16 here.
Full mix coming out.
Puts him at, I believe, 20? 19. to 17. Of course, same story here for K-Lock as last round. Going for the spin.
He's in a good position with, again, mostly twos on the board, but yep.
Oh,
there it is.
there's the clear.
A big
Oh.
play. The 2 clear coming off, clearing 5 of Dan Nottingham's 6 slots off of the board.
I am
And
worried.
opening up almost every color bonus.
That's one of the problems with having all of your cards being the same level on the board.
Pony coming out for 3-point play. Puts him up to 20 to 15. Dan is unfortunately way behind, and
think he
the
could do it.
cards on the board are not great. He's only really guaranteed to take away 1 point if he spins. If he hits, not really guaranteed anything, really. K-Lock throwing his cards down in relief. Just 2 turns ago, we thought this was Dan Nottingham's game. And now the tables have turned. Showing his hand
Showing
there.
his hand.
Not
Trying to get some suggestions from the chat, which unfortunately he cannot see. Wilding coming out. It's a good play. Instead of a spin, at least he gets a point in, takes a point away.
Does guarantee.
Opening up color bonuses, not the ones he needs, though.
But Mike
is
Snow
able to capitalize on. 19-18. Must be nice coming out.
Must
for
be
the win.
nice. Kevin Lockard says to
Handshake
Dan Nottingham
seals it all.
as he takes that victory, that 3rd round victory, a tight neck and neck match. I don't think I've seen a better game of DropMix in quite some time. Kevin, you walk away with your pride intact.
I have high cholesterol. I can't handle this.
Well, thankfully you've lived to see another day. Your cholesterol will have to take a back seat to this absolute competition of DropMix Mania. And Dan, the sheriff, unfortunately,
Could not catch that criminal.
not catch. We thought behind here, we thought you had that locked down. The last 3 turns we thought were all yours.
I had a lot of ones in my hand,
That's
not a lot of other options.
That is very unfortunate that hand composition does not work out. And of course, Kevin taking those lucky spins there, just unfortunately knocks you out of the tournament and out of the Mania bracket. This is where I turn to you guys, and then you say stuff.
I don't know if I'm sweating more from intensity.
Are you talking
Wonderful.
to us? Or
No, I
your
was
co-host?
talking to my
No.
co-commentators
I
here,
was
my
about to say,
wonderful.
like, that's really not my job, Troy.
No,
This is when
that's
you're supposed to say something. Come on.
yeah. This is part. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining. Not chat. You guys, these guys.
Well, thank
down
you,
here
chat, as well.
for joining us. We're gonna kick it over to. Oh, I hope everything is set up so if I hit this button, it works like I hope it's good. Yes, it will. Yes.
Yeah, that was intense.
Take
Nice
one
job.
out.
Yep.
So as we get our next competitors into this match, That was just an absolute roller coaster of emotion. I am schwitzing and not from the lights.
I am stressed not only because of the match, but the way that Kevin Lockard has been slamming his fist into the equalizer button. I hope it works in this next match we're about to
I'm
watch.
sure it's pretty durable. It's a pretty durable board.
It is durable, but
okay.
So Kevin Lockard is going to play in the next round, whoever wins this next game.
Yes, he will.
Sorry,
And
directing
Troy
the
is
directing the
making-
folks.
Yeah, Troy is directing
gesticulating in a
traffic in
way
the
that
studio.
I was directing them to
Understand.
Get on
decide to sit on.
set.
Let's
So
actually
we
go
have
ahead
an
and
exciting match coming up right now.
Very. Should we just hit the verses?
Let's go into
Yeah, let's show him who's playing.
I
Very
missed.
close, Troy. Very close.
That's the wrong one.
That's the wrong one. We are almost
But there they
there.
are.
There it is. Kevin Cavanaugh, the former DropMix champion, former DropMix League champion, Cav, facing off against Ryan McSweeney.
And that should say Kelv Cav.
I'm sorry, that should say Cav, not Cav. He
Yeah.
He
forfeited.
lost the right.
he
you know,
forfeited
to call
his
himself
right.
Kevin.
Yes, he is.
So it's Kelvin now.
Kelvin.
Kelvin. Of course, Kevin's most played FX card, Wilden. We have seen that on a number of occasions from Kevin. Let's go ahead and if they have the mics good? You good on those?
Yes.
Yep. Great.
Right
Let's go ahead and kick it over to them to introduce our competitors. Gentlemen, thank you. Say hi.
Hey. Hello.
That's it. Kevin Cavanaugh, of course, we've seen you a number of times as well. Just with K-Lock, you know, you've been down here on occasion defending your title in the DropMix League.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel being now in this well-organized and very well-structured and well-put-together DropMix Mania stream presented by the DropMix Broadcasting Association?
Well, you know, I want that belt.
Yeah.
And that belt was a win away, a match win away last week. I guess for like the seconds that Kevin owned the belt before you.
We did.
I did snatch the belt.
We did take the belt. There was a lot of disorganization going into that belt that we had to control. And of course, McSweeney, just absolutely handsome with those fake flowers behind your ear.
My prop. I noticed he didn't have the Moxie can, so I'm using this as my luck item.
That's perfect. Now I don't believe you. No, you were on at least one of our streams.
A few, yeah.
Yeah.
He's been down here before.
Been down here before. Welcome back. Any thoughts going into playing this this former champion of the league?
Man, I'm just hoping to win at least one match.
I think that's what everyone hopes for.
That is
At
very
least
true.
one.
At least
You
one.
just want to hold your own.
Let's kick it over to our weigh-in here.
Oh, yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah, we're doing the weigh-in. Whoever wants to weigh in first. Now I actually saw in Slack earlier today, Ryan hoping to get in some practice here before his match
Indeed.
today. I believe he actually did. He practice?
I think he did. We almost took the board from him because we didn't know if there was one down here already. But
There was, yes.
I assume they were able to get their practice match in.
They were, yeah. K-Lock and McSweeney were practicing.
And they could potentially be playing next against each other.
They very
could
well
be.
could, depending on who
We good?
wins
We
this
good on
match.
this?
We're good. Oh, yeah. Yep.
We are
Cool.
good.
Good.
A lot of
30,
FX cards.
80 lot.
heavy
Heavy
on
on the
yellow.
yellow
Gets a
vocals,
chance
too.
to
Well on the blue.
do his stats.
Oh.
Got a real like red versus blue
I
thing
know.
going on.
I kind of like
I think
it,
someone else
actually.
noticed
Just
that,
like- Just like my pie chart.
Just like your pie chart. And speaking of that pie chart, let's hear the fan favorites to win this one.
Fan favorite. We have Kevin Cavanaugh coming in with 54.9% of the vote.
54.9%.
Ryan McSweeney getting 43.3 and a little bit more because his name was originally misspelled.
That is a problem.
Your results are counted. Don't worry if you voted in the first 30 seconds where I realized that he was missing an E.
Human error.
Human error.
error.
Yeah. Speaking of
Fix that.
voting, the polls are closed for the first week of matches we have going on here, but on Monday they will open for next week's matches for you to vote and hopefully win some cool
Yeah,
DropMix
we'll
prizes.
throw something out on social to remind you guys, and we'll update the site as well, which
Yep.
will link to it. So we'll keep you posted.
Yep, if you click on the little DropMix Mania button below the Twitch viewer or ! Mania, that will bring up a link to DropMix Mania blog post on harmonixmusic.com.
And we'll be updating that on Monday as well with the updated bracket and some fun stuff that's happened throughout this stream. So if you missed any of it, don't fret.
We're ready when you guys are.
Giving
All
them
right,
the
let's
thumbs
do
up of
this.
approval to start.
Go
We
for
got Socket versus Baffler.
Kevin Cavanaugh on the left, blue team, versus Ryan McSweeney,
Versus Baffler.
red team on the right. playing that Baffler deck.
Classic case of red versus blue.
We really should have straightened out the board between that match.
Oof. Yeah, wish I had.
If they could just nudge it.
That's fine. It's a little.
They'll-
It's too complicated to direct.
Gives
Yeah.
it character.
It does give it a little bit of character. You're
We're
right.
not
Shows the
perfect.
use through the DropMix Mania tournament we got going down here. Tribe Called Quest coming out. Very nice baseline. Start things off.
Off to an odd start with the board.
Quickly slid.
Ugh.
It's just
There we go.
It's actually funny. It did that to me last night when I was messing around at home. It's a little too fast. I was like, no.
Yep.
Sometimes you just got to take your time.
Take your
You'll be a
time.
little patient.
Be nice to the
the
board.
mix will be there for you. You don't need to rush into it.
Picking up that yellow bonus
And
as
that
well
blue
as the blue.
bonus. Picking up those bonuses left and right. Kevin Cavanaugh on the left, as a matter of fact.
September coming out. We've heard a lot of September tonight.
We have. We have seen a lot of September, and it is not even that month.
Nope. Shout out to March.
Actually, that's a very good question from Chad. Is there a general consensus as to whether starting first or second is the advantage?
It totally depends. I mean, if you've got that Searching Within or Quiet Wisdom in your hand, starting first is fantastic. But a lot of times, every time you play second, you pick up the color bonuses.
That is
Yep.
true.
So
Yeah,
it's tough.
Really depends on your own deck composition and just how things play out between you and your opponent.
yeah, exactly. It's all about what you have and what you can play. Ryan getting that full mix.
Wow, already.
Sweet.
That was fast.
So you are having a lot of.
They don't have to know everything that happens behind here.
I think they do.
10
You
to
really want to
5.
give them the full experience.
Ryan McSweeney on the right taking an early lead, 10 to 5. Sips that polar water. Polar seltzer, rather.
Not a sponsor.
Not yet.
Searching Within coming out. Curious what Kevin Cavanaugh is going for here.
I have a good idea of what it might be.
I think I do too. Let's see what he pulls.
What would Riley
Although-
do? Let's see.
Once he plays it, let's wait till he plays it and see what you thought it was.
Yeah, I'll
what
let
I
you
thought
know.
it
I'll let
was.
you know what I was thinking
After it happens.
after it happens.
Right.
Wilding coming out, clearing all those colored.
And that is the card that I thought he was going to play. Unfortunately, he couldn't play it over Searching Within because it's only a level 1 FX card. But he's clearing out all the rest of the color cards.
That was actually the
Yep,
card I was
that's
hoping.
what
That's what I was thinking too. The downside of that, of course, as you mentioned,
Yep.
it opens all the color
Level
bonuses.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I was lambasting Nick for his jacket button decision while he's sitting down. He had both of them both buttons on his 2-button suit.
We so rarely wear jackets here that I think
throwing
it's
it-
just...
Throwing this W word
no.
around. Maybe you guys don't.
Well, this is the first jacket I've worn in a long time.
And it shows. 7 to 11 as Ryan passes board control over to Kevin.
It's unfortunately that McSweeney didn't have any wild cards to really capitalize fully on all the color bonuses that were left to him on this turn.
That is true. He did pass the blue and the red color bonuses over to Kevin, which is the majority of the cards in DropMix. Sorry, wrong
Close
game,
enough.
are red and blue cards, just based on the weighting of how many cards are in them.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say too. You
Pass.
usually want to, and it depends. He might not have had it in his deck, but you usually want to split up your cards so they can't use a wild card to pick up 2 color bonuses at once.
Mm-hmm.
Which is exactly what Kevin Cavanaugh does right there with September in the center, picking up the red and blue color bonus and then playing its tricky vocals over the top slot to take that yellow slot. No color bonus there, but just assuming board control. Tying it up at 11-11.
Head rush coming in, letting Mr. McSweeney play an extra horns card. I think I have a hunch where he's going to play. Yep. Still has an extra action to get that blue bonus, which he does indeed get.
Hey.
Very close to having a full board control. This is a really nice mix.
Yeah, why don't we get those guys to save this mix real quick before they do anything? Yeah, appreciate that.
Yep.
Definitely be sharing that a little bit later.
Be sure to.
Oh, the full clear coming out. McSweeney, unfortunately,
just as he
feeling a little harsh there as he his cards are removed from the board. A ton of points being taken away as well. 11-12.
It's definitely
and opening all of those color bonuses up for Kevin to take advantage of it.
Oh,
wisdom
no quiet.
coming out.
Yeah, no color bonuses there, but he is getting 4 points with 1 card play right there.
There it is.
All those bonuses open for Ryan over there.
That's
but
all right, though. We put a bunch
right.
of distance between him and Ryan, 16-12 with that quiet wisdom play. That's an interesting. This is exactly the other option. The other optimal play for quiet wisdom, of course, coming after a big spin. And we see Kevin Cavanaugh doing that. Exactly that. Not to be defeated though. Ryan playing bust a move from the top slot there. Baby, you want it. Baby, you got it. He is not out of this yet. 17-16.
Taking another sip of that seltzer water.
5-point play here by Kevin could take this round.
That's probably what he is contemplating right now. Can he do it?
Can he pull it off?
He's picking up the green color bonus.
Good start.
Needs 3 points to make it to 21.
I don't think he's going to be able to have it there, no. Takes him up to 19, though, putting him in striking distance. 17 points for Ryan. He needs to either put some distance between Kevin and the victory with a spin or some removal cards, or a 4-point play.
Going above, coming out.
That's going to be 3 of the 4. And I think he might have it here, ladies and gentlemen. 20.
There you go.
There
and
it
21, 19-21. Ryan 22 rather. Ryan McSweeney taking the first round over Kevin. His wish was granted. He was given a round over the former DropMix champion Kevin Cavanaugh. Couldn't reach it. Couldn't reach the button. What an amazing match! Again, this is just a nail biter there at the end. 19-22. Ryan, you upset the fans out there with that win. Wait, no. Other way around, right?
The fans were for Kevin.
Fans were for Kevin. Sorry.
I'm the underdog.
You are the underdog, and you are definitely showing your worth here in this competition. Kevin, it's a rough first round. Any decisions, any sideboarding decisions going on right now in your head?
Yeah, a little bit.
Are you making changes?
I am making changes. Yes.
All right. Well, we'll pop you guys back into the deck builder then while you
make some changes and
after a loss of a round, the players are allowed to sideboard any cards they want in and out.
Yep.
Of course, obviously, that will upon the swapping out, you do have to go back into the deck builder, but
just make sure they have a legal deck and they're not
let's actually take a look here.
Rolling with 17 Embrace Chaoses like Sean Halloran might a year or so ago.
Yeah, you do want to watch out for that. But that was an absolutely fantastic first match while they were weighing that in. That
Very
was
fantastic.
I'm loving how this is going. I want an interesting game, and that was
it delivered.
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Absolutely
Indeed
delivered.
it did.
We saw that quiet wisdom play late in the game to put Kevin Cavanaugh up a significant amount, but it didn't matter in the end.
And it doesn't matter how many times I see that happen. It is exciting every time.
Every time.
Every time.
As much as we anticipate it too. We're like, it's going to happen.
Right, exactly.
We're streaming DropMix. Someone's going to play Quiet Wisdom and Searching
It's
Within.
a huge point play. I mean, it can
yeah.
be.
Absolutely can be.
Kevin weighing in. I did not see what he weighed in with, but I assume it was legal.
Board is so
can they
off
just
kilter.
He's just getting more and more.
It's getting worse.
You know, it's like a clock. It's really telling the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're just moving a little.
Thank you.
Find it.
Go ahead and get the. Oop, wrong one. That one goes there. That one goes there. Bomb versus Dapper.
They are ready. Troy stepping away, I presume, to fix the angle of the board. Bomb up first, which is Mr. Kelvcav. Say hello to Troy. I think that's good. Looking good, Troy. And they are now allowed to compete now the board has been centered.
Troy teaching Nick how to wear a jacket.
It's not that
Thrilling
hard.
stuff back here.
At least I wear a jacket sometimes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Beatboxer coming in. I think this might be the first time we're seeing Beatboxer in this competition today. If I'm not mistaken. It's been rare.
We saw it in, I think, the Sussman Sean Halloran
Did we, or
match.
did we just hope we saw it?
No, I believe we played it because I remember I knew it would be good for Sean, and then Sussman
Sean
played
had
it a little
that
bit after.
vocal-centric FX card, so
It is true.
Beatboxer is great.
Yep.
And it's a level 3 card, which is always key.
You are just joining us, of course. This is the second round in the DropMix Mania match between Kevin Cavanaugh on the left and Ryan McSweeney on the right. Ryan McSweeney upsetting and taking the...
Full clear right off the bat there from Kelvcav.
Ryan McSweeney took the first round over Kevin Cavanaugh. Kevin's playing on his back foot in this round. He's going to have to make some big plays here to stay in it. Be quite the upset if we saw Kevin Cavanaugh go out this early.
Will we have another Kevin Bowl right after this? Or is Ryan going to take it?
We'll find out very soon. Ryan able to play another horns card. He does with Cake over his own FX card there.
Kelvcav really thinking through this play. There's a yellow color bonus open up the top of the board. Still a lot of options for him to really weigh through. Opting for a spinner as his first action, not going for that yellow bonus. He just misses it,
So
unfortunately.
close.
That would have cleared 2 cards and 2 points away from Mr. McSweeney on the right. Not going. That's an interesting place to play that wild card. Not going for the yellow color bonus, leaving that open, playing it in the red slot. I'm not sure what his strategy is unless someone else is picking up on something I am not.
Yeah, that was an interesting move. If anyone has any thoughts on what Kevin was going for, let us know.
Don't forget to follow our channel.
I think I know.
Do you?
I think I might. I don't want to spoil it here. Unfortunately, we did put all that money into the DropMix Broadcasting Association did put all that money into the studio. Unfortunately, we did not finish that soundproof booth. So we can't really...
Nope, it's on the back burner.
It's on that back burner.
You do have a lot of fancy graphics, though.
We do. I'm very proud of those.
Yep. We're putting money in the right place.
In the right places. $11-5. McSweeney again extending a strong lead early on. This would be a very interesting match if we saw McSweeney sweep a 2-0.
McSweeney McSweep?
A McSweepy.
It's kind of exciting. It's a competitor that we don't know a ton about.
Yeah.
Searching with him
And to
coming
make a
in.
huge swing early is great.
Absolutely. Searching with him coming in. I wonder what he's going to pull.
Only time will tell as he drops a card.
Could be anything. Could it be his favorite effects card? Could it be
I guess.
a wild card to take, or a vocals card to take the yellow slot? It is. I don't know if that was what he drew, though.
No, that is very true.
Yeah,
He doesn't have to play what he
using
looks
Searching
for.
Within doesn't necessarily mean you need to use that card right away. Sometimes you play it when you draw it so that you have it in the future.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you might be picking up that card to kind of set up a combo.
Really thinking 2 or 3.
You could be playing a
turns
long
ahead.
game, use something in the future when you know you need it.
Really playing that long game.
McSweeney going for the mixed spin, clearing out that green slot, opening a color bonus.
Wonder if he can play that Mick Green card and get that Mick Green color bonus.
Peapod's been in the mix for a while, hasn't it?
Well, it's that level 3. It's tough to replace if you're not sure. But
Oh,
it's
well, speaking
coming
of,
out,
And
right?
you
it's
jinxed
out.
it.
I wonder if
My
It's
voice is
obviously
powerful.
exactly what he wanted. Get rid of
it's-
those level 3 cards.
Fortunately, is leaving
Putting-
a lot of bonuses
he
open.
did put a ton of distance though between he and Kevin again. 11-5. That's a big variance to make up. Call me maybe drums.
Securing 2 color bonuses off that play, the blue and the green. It's very low powered cards. Yellow is, I'd say it's still open, but now claimed by McSweeney. 9-13. Will the underdog take this?
$13 to $9.
Oh, those horns are great.
You know they're all of them are great. Both Grant Pike and Winage in there.
Yep.
And just as soon as it is in, it's out.
Acrimony is clearing them away.
2 points and 2 cards off of the board.
10 to 11.
Yep.
And we're without music.
Oh, it's okay.
12 to 11. Kelvcat in the lead.
Chat thinks we're cursed.
Well, we might be.
Are we cursed or cursing them?
Or
Good.
maybe good luck.
To someone.
To somebody. Every spin is a good play for one and a
Yep.
terrible thing for another. Just like life.
Correct.
With every bit of
Yeah.
good luck comes a little bit of bad luck for someone else.
It's true.
Not everyone could win the lottery.
Not everyone can, but this time at least it's tricky coming in. 15 to 14.
Taking the lead.
Oh,
And
wow.
the dominant coming out. 2 points for the additional vocals card. Big point swing
Heavy
for Kev.
play from Mr. Kelvin Cavanaugh.
Puts him up to 18 to 14. Ryan McSweeney taking board control here. He's a little bit too far off for a chance to win. Probably gonna have to go and play a little bit defensively here.
I gotta say, it's very fitting for Mr. McSweeney to be playing with Dapper Icon.
He
That's
is
his,
a
playlist of
fan
choice.
the bow ties.
He is indeed.
And just looking
How dapper
dapper,
he is.
looking dapper in general. I mean,
All day, every day.
all
That's
day,
how he
every
rolls.
day. I am jealous a little bit of that style.
He knows how to button a jacket.
I think he does. 17
That's
to
for sure.
17. Kevin needs a 4-point play here to take the win. Wasn't able to do it last time. He put himself up to 20 points. And Ryan walked away with the last round. One can only hope that he doesn't have that same problem this time.
Embrace Chaos coming out. That's a heavy point swing. 1 up for Kevin. 2 down for Ryan. Opening up some bonuses that are going to be capitalized on.
There it is, 20 to 15.
Unless there's a 5-point or a 6-point play.
Not impossible.
No,
very
not at
improbable.
all.
It all depends on his deck composition, what he's got in his hand, and of course, if Lady Luck is on his side.
People are asking what the paper on McSweeney's card represents.
Nobody knows.
I was thinking the same thing. A little distracted.
Yeah.
Probably not his card.
All right, can he get it?
I think that seals the game, unfortunately, but we will.
Got one more shot.
We'll see what his second spin can do. He does get it.
The
Nice.
spin
That's
is
what he needed.
on his side
Back
tonight.
in the game.
Taking a ton of points away.
Mixed spin, but
But-
will it be for a McWin?
Yeah, well, and unfortunately, it does open a lot of color bonuses. You know, there's a good shot that Kevin could get this still.
All he needs is a 5-point play. All
Yep,
there it is.
and there it is.
All right.
Well, that was very unceremonious quiet wisdom coming in to take a 6-point play and turn that into a 21 to 15 win. Bomb wins there.
Yeah, when you missed that first spin, I was like, all right, that's the game.
That was the game indeed, gentlemen. That one could have went either way at the end there.
Yep.
I had the game. I'll
Yep.
tell you.
Oh, I was sure. You would. Yeah, I was like, I got to play that one.
Yeah. I can make those.
The moment where we wait for them to finish their train of thought. Kevin,
Yes.
you made us a little bit nervous back here. You put the board up to 20 points again and gave the board control over to Ryan McSweeney. How confident were you that you had that win when you dropped it to 20 this time?
Well, I mean, I had quiet wisdom in hand, so I knew that no matter when he missed the first spin, I knew that I would get back all the points I lost plus 1, which would have given me the win automatically. So once he missed the first spin, I knew I had the game. But a little bit worried. But I feel that still had it pretty well in hand.
That is very true. And Ryan, of course, you took the first round. You got your round. You got your wish. Are you giving up?
No, I'm actually not even going to sideboard because I'm confident in my deck.
Confident in your deck. Well,
we've been hitting each other pretty hard with those big plays. So
yeah,
absolutely have. We saw some amazing plays come out of your side of the board. So hopefully you can keep that up as we go into round 3 of this DropMix Mania match. This is for all the marbles, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to decide who goes on to the next round of the competition and who faces off against Kevin Lockard. Yeah.
Yep.
We could have another Kevin Bull. We could have an upset and Ryan McSweeney taking a win and propelling himself further in this DropMix Mania single elimination tournament.
Do either of you want to see a Kevin Ball 3?
I mean, I'm excited. I'm always excited for a high-level competition.
Yeah, I always say I just want an interesting game, and if they can keep it interesting.
Did you want to, Kevin? Did you want to say
no,
something?
Though.
Yeah.
Kevin Lockard says he does
off
not
this
want
side.
to
Troy's
see
handing him a mic.
A Kevin squared.
All right.
Matchup. Oh, here he comes. There he is. Get in there.
Nah, nobody wants to see that. That'd be dumb.
And there you have it.
There you have it.
Official word from the one true Kevin.
We'll see if
to
he
rule
gets
them
his
all.
wish. We'll see if Ryan can take it. He actually, I mean, he
playing strong.
Very strong.
He maintained the lead for quite a bit during that.
Nearly that entire match until the very, very end, it seems. Yeah, he's not a weak competitor by any means.
No, not one to be overlooked.
Very true.
Horns coming out, early game. Nice and relaxing. Good way to kick off the first turn.
Just bust the move.
Troy and Riley really grooving to this mix. Troy's actually playing an instrument back here.
I think we're a little slap happy.
We are. It is
It's
Friday
what is it,
afternoon.
6:45
It is
on
Friday. I keep forgetting
Later,
it's Friday.
It's 6:55.
Oh, what did I say?
45.
I don't even know.
It's all right. We're here to bring you some of the best competition we possibly can.
Ryan McSweeney with the cert order, getting him some extra points on that green card in the green slot is a wild card. And also bonus points on that yellow.
Again, taking an early lead, 7-3. Now, the DropMix Broadcasting Association, of course, is proud to present the DropMix Mania competition. We have stayed on the sidelines too long with the DropMix League. That's out of our control. It's finally time that we took control with DropMix Mania.
We took control. We got the belt.
We're
running some
Our bracket, our show.
Yep. Prizes for the viewers.
Finally, our competition.
Yes.
I gotta say, I'm really excited about the prizes. And there's stuff in there that I don't have that if I could be a part of the bracket, I would be.
It's very true.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a ton of. It's all good. It's all good.
All good.
And I gotta say, whoever wins this match, it makes me really excited for potential future Mania games.
Yeah.
I think we're getting new competitors that are really interesting, adding something totally different to the mix.
Just like DropMix.
Just like DropMix.
Cav really taking control of the board here. 3 cards, none in Ryan's control. 2 color bonuses open. Got the yellow at the top.
Chat saying it's not a belt, it's a championship title. No, there is a belt. It's behind them.
Yep.
It's that thing just in the back of that
just
camera
under
shot
the H and A
is the DropMix Championship belt. They are, in fact, playing for that belt.
Not in this match specifically. The
Not
winner
in
of
this
this
one.
match does not get the belt.
Right,
The winner of DropMix Mania.
DropMix Mania.
We'll bring up the bracket after its match and walk you guys through it all. Yeah. Cav opting for a spin and missing. Unfortunately, odds just were not with him. Does get a point that turn though. You can't be mad when you get a point on a turn, right?
Yeah, something.
Especially in the early game. We're not at that like 15, 16 point area where like one play could just.
Points are pretty close.
Yeah.
We're still sort of like on the lower end. We got time.
McSweeney taking over board control here. 3 cards compared to Kevin's 2. Nothing Kevin can't combat, but right now it's looking very favorable for Mr. McSweeney. Soaring above coming out from Mr. Kevin. Giving him some extra points on those yellow cards. Really giving him letting him catch up.
And soaring above is really pumping up the jam.
It is indeed, and he's getting the extra color bonuses that were open for soaring above with Hall & Oates.
You know, he saw that he was falling behind, and he said, "You know, I can't go for that.
Yeah.
No can do." Ryan McSweeney, I'm taking that lead back. I'm tying this game up 12-12. I'm passing board control over, and I've definitely got board control here. He's got 4 of those 5 slots. Riley is fading fast back here.
I'm here. I'm alive.
We really pumped up the jam. We pumped up the fan. It is as fire as this mix is. It is getting cool a little bit back in this broadcaster booth.
Ryan McSweeney hoping the cards makes his day. I can only do so many jokes about pump up the jam. There's only so many things in here.
Will he hit the spinner? He's rubbing it. He's going for some good luck.
Really giving it a good massage. Oh, he does press it. Ooh.
If it just no.
Does not do it.
You're really hoping.
Higher than I expected.
Sorry. Oh.
You're really hoping your voice would just tilt the spinner just a little bit.
Just missing that spin, of course. Not all 2s on the board, so it's only a 3rd chance. Oh, good. Take the take the stack off. Take the stack off. There you go. Once you get a lot of those sleeved cards on there, it gets a little tough, especially those thick ones that they both got.
I mean, these players are professionals. They don't want to damage their cards.
That's true. I've actually got some sleeves on order. Some new colored sleeves.
Oh, really? What colors?
I went with red, actually. Yeah.
Oh, what a
just
sad
barely,
spin.
Barely swing and a miss there, hitting that one. The only thing on that spinner that will not get a card removed.
I am really surprised how long Ryan's drink has been lasting him these 3 rounds that we've
Must
been
be
playing.
taking very tiny sips.
Very tiny sips.
Or had a full drink when he walked in.
Minor hydration.
Just a little mix sip.
Something we did not think about when we
No.
came down here.
Yeah, I threw my water out upstairs. As we were
What
coming
happened
down.
to our DBA mugs?
Yeah, where are our mugs? Troy has a...
Really official, well-made, handcrafted.
We'll have news on that soon.
What?
The merch table.
Sure. (13-13), still very close. Anyone's game. We are nearing the 16-point mark we keep talking about, where one play could really determine it all. Board control with Kevin Cavanaugh. I wonder what Ryan will do here. Embrace chaos coming out.
Embracing that chaos. Grasping it by the shoulders, pulling it in tight, giving it a tight bear hug that lasts just a bit too long.
They all
one
do.
One of those hugs that just lingers. One of those embraces that just you put your arms down because you're ready to pull away, and the other person just doesn't let go.
You're just left dangling.
We've all been here.
We've all been there, on either side of the field.
Troy, you give great hugs.
Thanks. Ryan, 16-11, taking the lead again. Now this is he's no stranger to having this lead, and also no stranger to having it taken away from him as Acrimony comes out, taking that red card out of the mix. Mike Snow.
Speaking of snow, we are broadcasting this on a Friday as opposed to our previously announced Thursdays.
That is correct.
There's a lot of people working from home yesterday and
yes, our
couldn't make it
regular
into the office.
Yeah, regular programming will be Thursdays, same time as tonight, 5 p.m.
Sorry, keep talking.
Yeah, Thursdays
5 p.m. From
5
here on
p.m.
out for the next handful of weeks. We'll be showcasing upwards of 3 games. Oh look, see there it is.
Right there.
Follow there.
It's our thing. I
It's
love
an
those.
official show, the DropMix Mania.
It's a
show.
real thing we're doing.
It's a real
It's
thing.
so real.
Yeah,
18-14 here, guys. This is an intense moment here.
Intense match. Does he get the full clear? He doesn't get the
No,
full
he does
clear.
not.
He clears away one card.
Does get that 3
1
out.
point is everything at this.
17-14.
round.
It is tight. Kevin playing on his back foot here. 14. He's not there to make the lead. All he can do really is take points away and try and stall. What? Yeah, fine. You can look at your discard piles. I don't. I didn't think to make that. Yeah, you can look. Whatever.
Yeah, look at your.
It's interesting. They're both looking at each other's
They're really
discard piles,
trying to figure out
taking
what's been
stock
played.
of- yeah.
Well, I guess if you're paying attention to, paying attention to what they've played and what they have in their deck.
Honestly, that's a
Yeah,
first
it's
ask.
interesting. We've never seen that before.
We've never
I
been
mean,
asked
it's
that.
smart.
It is very smart. I mean, I'm sure people are thinking about that, keeping that in mind as they're playing, but never pausing. Well, especially at the end of the round here, at the end of the match.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of cards have come on and off the board. Interesting to see what's in those discard piles.
They definitely also both agreed to look at each other,
Yes,
so it wasn't
that's
just
fine.
like
Wasn't a one-sided
one
thing.
of them.
Ryan McSweeney coming in here, 18, putting himself up to
Going
20
up to
points.
20,
So
16
close
to 20.
win. We saw Kevin put himself at 20 points and lose the round. Could Kevin?
Can the underdog take it, or will Kevin
And with only
win it all?
one card on the board, Kelvcav can't take away that many points.
That's true. But can he play a 5-point? Can he get a 5-point play in there? Maybe
We've
that's
seen
the,
it,
maybe
we've
that's
seen
the
it done
strategy.
before, and we've seen it done by Kevin.
Embrace Chaos coming out. That
I
is
was
a
just
card
gonna
I think
say,
he was
that's
looking
exactly
for.
what he needs.
Hoping
There you go.
he could play. 16, 18. Opening up that blue bonus. That could be It gives him the lead.
19-18 as he passes forward control over Ryan McSweeney. Ryan McSweeney might.
Point on Kelvin's turn.
Relax a minute. Give it a second.
He seems confident, though.
Seems
He might be
confident
confident
here.
that he has it. 19 points. What does he get?
Oh, and
And
the 2 points for the
he
strings.
takes it. We won't see a
Oh
Kevin Ball 2,
my
unfortunately.
goodness.
But Ryan McSweeney.
We'll take it with 24-19. 2 down.
I'm awake now.
1 sort of up. Wow, what an unbelievable match. Kevin Cavanaugh upseated by Ryan McSweeney. Just with an unbelievable turn of events there towards the end. That
was awesome.
You cannot write something like that. This is DropMix Mania, ladies and gentlemen.
This is what we've done this for. We really want to showcase some new players, and look what we got.
And look what we've got.
We're doing just that.
One of the former titans of the DropMix League is now taken out of the tournament bracket very early on. Kevin, let's get your reactions here. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to say goodbye to you in this single elimination tournament. Any emotions coming off this table? Anything
well,
is your?
You know, it's a bit disappointing. You know,
Sure.
my opponent's formidable. I was kind of hoping I could take him down, but you know, he had a good deck. He made good plays. Things didn't quite go my way. A little bit relieved because it's gonna make things a bit easier since I won't be here for like an entire week.
Very true.
So like it's actually maybe a little bit better that he won. So now logistically it kind of works out that I'm not gonna be in the tournament anymore.
Not a lot of not a lot of problems with that. I couldn't.
You're welcome, Troy. So
I do. I mean, I appreciate.
Thank you,
it.
Ryan.
Don't worry about, like,
Makes our lives easier.
Or whatever the plan was. I don't know. Anyway.
And Ryan, of course, how you've got to feel. You thought you were going to barely take a round off of Kevin, let alone the match entirely. How does it feel riding on cloud 9 right now?
I'm feeling good. Obviously not expected to win any matches, but I only brought this deck into this world today, so it was a bit volatile, risky, but I had some Kevin training, and then I had some Kevin practice, and
Well, it looked like it looked like it paid off for you.
24. Yeah. I don't know how. Did I have 2 strings?
Yeah, you had 2 strings on the bottom slot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't even know how he won that.
I'm aware of everything.
A little bit more win more there, actually. You didn't quite need that second strings card to win it. But,
Did not
you know,
really.
I appreciate that.
But he made that play. Well, we will see Ryan again in the next round. Let's just kick it over to us real quick. Thank you guys for joining us, you guys, the competitors, and we will hear from you guys again soon.
I gotta say, one of the things I love about DropMix is that there really aren't any skills required. You could come in, without any experience, and you can learn a lot by playing just a little bit.
Unless your name is Daniel Sussman.
Unless your name is
Daniel,
Sussman, apparently.
and then you don't learn. That's okay.
Hey, he tried his best, but with this last match, unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable match. We saw a lot of 20-point stalls at the end. They couldn't close the deal at 20 points, and we saw that kind of flip either way with almost every match. 20 points at the end, and fortunately, Ryan was able to close the deal and take that win. So we're going to see Ryan McSweeney in the next round. Very interesting. Should we pull up that bracket?
Yeah, let's pull up the bracket. Let's look at who he's going to be facing off against.
Let's go ahead and take a look here. That's going to be that one.
So actually, all of the left side, all of those games have been played of right now.
As of right now, do we want to talk?
Right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Kevin Cavanaugh and Ryan McSweeney. Of course, you just saw Ryan McSweeney take that first round match, or first section match. Kevin Lockard, of course. So those two will face off in 2 weeks.
Yes.
2 weeks. We'll do the quarterfinals.
Next week, we're going to finish off the first round, do the right side of the bracket.
Yep. And of course, the bottom half of the bracket there, Sean Halloran taking the victory over Daniel Sussman. And we can actually reveal our fourth match was played earlier while we were not on stream.
Yep, earlier today.
Rick Cody taking the victory over Morgan 2-1. 2-0? 2-1.
I think it was 2-0.
2-0.
Yes.
So Rick and Sean will play as well in about 2 weeks, maybe 3, depending on their schedules.
Morgan did take the game in terms of her shuffling skills. I was witnessing this in person, and Rick does not know how to shuffle.
Impressive.
So we might see that in a few weeks. Rick's inability to shuffle, but maybe Sean's ability to shuffle and take the win.
And of course, next week we will be seeing the second half of the first round matches: Tom Bartlett and Ryan Challenor, Rebecca Potter and Ben Radinsky. Radolinsky.
He sits right across from you.
I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'm sorry. Danny Margolis, the former DropMix World Champion. Danny Margolis, Danny the Spinner Margolis, Matt Ivester, Alicia, and Robbie in the bottom of the brackets.
Yep. And voting
Very
for
exciting.
those people opens up on Monday as we update
Yes.
the blog
for
on
the right side of the bracket.
harmonixmusic.com. So check or keep posted to social media at DropMix Game and Twitter and Facebook and all the places for the link to vote. Guess a little bit about how this competition works. If you're just tuning in, each week we put up a form for you to vote on the people who are participating that week, depending on the round. And your predictions being right, you will get points. At the end of DropMix Mania, we will tally up all your points. The person with the most points will win a really cool DropMix package. Details are on harmonixmusic.com on our blog.
Yes, they
Go
are.
there for all the rules and information.
I'll drop a Mania thing right after we get out of here.
Yep.
But yes, thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube. I keep saying YouTube channel.
This will be on YouTube.
This will be on YouTube.
We will post this to YouTube.
Subscribe to our Twitch channel and follow us on Facebook. And Twitter as well, at DropMix Game on Twitter, to get alerted to when we go live and bracket updates and all kinds of fun stuff from coming out of DropMix Mania. And of course, we will
be live next Thursday.
We will see you guys
5 p.m.
very, very soon.
Thank you for tuning in.
I'm going to put the cool intro that we have back up again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We'll be back next Thursday.
Bye.
Bye.
It didn't. It's not. Is it not? It's not going. Is it not working?
Maybe you gotta.
Is it? Is it this one?
That
one?
worked
No, no.
great. Oh.